all to this next episode of question answer sessions. Hope you're all doing great. Thanking you and thanking God for this opportunity. Just let me get started with it. Before that, just try to understand that awareness is the only way wherein we can resolve challenges in life. Definitely we can't say that life is going to be an easy game to play. There will not be anyone on this earth who says that he doesn't have any problems. Everyone will have his own problems, his own challenges. But the problems what I am facing might be different from the problems what you are facing. But the only way we can conquer life is just by gaining awareness about various things and implementing those things in reality in our life. Okay? So let's jump into the questions and start gaining knowledge so that we can lead a better life. One purpose behind all this game is this. We want to see this place as a better place to live in. Many people are playing their role in making this world a beautiful place to live in. And God is making me to do something so that I can also help this world to make this world a better place to live in. Let's try it out. Okay? So I think last class we had one question left over, which is asked by Lakshmi Reddy. So how to win a life? Thank you so much, Lakshmi Reddy, for this question. So first we need to understand that there's nothing like winning or losing life. So once we are under the perspective that we must win life, so we need to have some benchmarks. See, for example, in a school, if a student is supposed to be considered as a topper of the class, probably he must get the highest marks in all the subjects. When he gets the highest marks in all the subjects, he is considered to be the topper of the class. But when it comes to life, there is no benchmark which says that this is how you win and this is how you lose. But we can calculate life with this strategy. We cannot win life, but we can make our life happy. We can be happy. We can make ourselves better than what we are now. We can lead a life which is more comfortable, more soothing, more peaceful, more comfortable than what we are leading now. That's it. So first, take off the concept from your mind that you need to win life. Okay? You need to just experience your living, and that experience of your living must be happy. So first go with this perspective, because everything what a man does on this earth, okay, whether it is about making money or doing anything, eating, traveling, relating with friends, doing anything on this earth, okay, ultimately the end result of everything is only one thing. He wants to be happy. So man earns money because if he thinks that if he has money, he will be happy. Man earns relations because he thinks that if he has relations, he will be happy. So the end result of everything what a man does, status, prestige, value, dignity, everything, okay, that ends with one thing, that is being happy. But have one clarity on this. Before this, let me tell you this. Life is just an experiential journey. Right now, if your experience of life is happy, then you feel that life is wonderful. Right now, if your experience of life is not happy, then you feel that life is miserable. So life has two things. Certain times you are happy and you say life is wonderful. Certain times life is not happy, then automatically you say life is miserable. So experience of our living designs how we are in life. So life is just an experiential journey. If we can make this experience of life happy, then life is going to be a wonderful journey. In order to make our experience of living happy, first what we need to do is we have to focus on how our mind is thinking. Because our mind plays all the havoc. Whatever the confusion, whatever the commemoration, okay, whatever the difficulties, suffering, everything what a human being is facing in life, he is facing because of his mind. That is the reason why Ramana Maharshi says, never mind the mind. Never mind the mind. Mind ni pattichukomakandi. Don't consider that. So almost every greatness comes out of mind only. Every difficulty comes out of mind. Just try to understand one thing. If we have any physical problem, like you have a stomach ache, headache, hand pain, leg pain, whatever it is, okay, we can go to a doctor and get it treated. And that is common for everybody. If I am suffering from stomachache, or if some ex is suffering from stomachache, we will have the same pain. So that is not there in our control. But what is there in our control is our thinking. So first we have to be conscious and observe how our mind is thinking in different situations. Because the way our mind thinks determines our happiness and determines our sorrow. Sorrow and happy are not outside factors. Sorrow and happy are our internal factors. That is the outcomes of our mind. See, the way our mind thinks, based on that only we act. In the sense we communicate and we behave. When mind is thinking negatively, we communicate negatively and we behave negatively. Okay, I hope you understood this. So, happiness depends on what we do and what we communicate. Sadness also depends on what we do and what we communicate. But these two things come out of our thinking. How our mind is thinking in a particular situation. That's it. So first we have to observe our thinking in order to modify it. That is the reason why people say that a success of a person depends on attitude to 88%. Because his thinking designs 88% success of a personality. All the education from LKG to post-graduation, what a man gets by involving crores of rupees or lakhs of rupees, okay, it helps him only to 12%. But his thinking makes his living experience good or bad. Now, your thinking is designing your actions. Your thinking is designing your communication. So first observe your thinking. So you will come to know whether your mind is thinking positively or negatively in a particular situation. When it is thinking positively, automatically you will be having good communication and good behavior. When it is thinking negatively, you will have bad communication and bad behavior. But now put a question, okay? Why my mind is thinking positively or why my mind is thinking negatively? It is based on the information what you take in your mind. So if you take a positive information in your mind, automatically you think positively and you behave positively, you communicate positively. Behavior is nothing but the actions what you do. But if you take a negative information into your mind, automatically what happens is, you think negatively, you communicate negatively, you behave negatively. So the logic is, the information that is being taken into the mind must be positive always. See, we definitely can't say that this world will be blessed with all perfect people. It's not possible. So everyone will have their own mistakes, their own weaknesses, their own flaws and their own difficulties. Probably in the process, when the other person is not positive, when the other person is not doing the right thing, when the other person is not behaving the way he has to behave, automatically we take a negative information out of that. And that negative information makes us think negatively. And once we think negatively, automatically what happens? We start communicating and behaving in a negative manner. So once we behave and communicate in a negative manner, we are in a negative field. So when we are in a negative field, automatically we attract negative circumstances, disturbances. So when we attract negative circumstances, automatically our future is becoming negative. So all we have to understand is this. So we have to take right information into our head. So in order to take right information, we need to understand one thing. World will not be the way we want. World will not be the way we want. World will be as it is. So we have to love it as it is. We have to look into only positive content that is there in the world and feed our mind with only positive content. But if you take anything negative into your mind, so if you take something what you don't like happening in the mind, automatically that information will be lodged in your mind, and that information makes you think negatively. And every time your mind thinks negatively, automatically what happens? Your communication and behavior turns negative. But in the process, we suffer. See one thing, for some reason, you need to understand this, Lakshmi Reddy, okay? The other person's communication or the other person's behavior is not the thing that is hurting us. The other person's communication or the other person's behavior is not hurting us. But what we are thinking about the other person's communication and behavior really hurts us. So we definitely can't decide that the other person must behave like this, must communicate like this. But we can definitely handle our thinking. So when we don't think negatively about the other person's behavior or communication negatively in our mind, okay, automatically our thinking will be positive and we will be plain. When we are in balance, when we are in peace, okay, we don't do negative communication, we don't do negative things, automatically what happens? We will be in peace. So we attract positive circumstances and our future gets positive. So we will be in peace and balance. But if we hate the other person's behavior or communication, automatically what happens is that hatred, when it enters into the mind, it creates a lot of havoc. It makes you think lot negatively. When your mind starts thinking negatively, slowly your emotions go out of your control. When your emotions go out of your control, your actions and your communication goes out of your control, then that puts you in trouble. So don't hate anyone. See, much of the scriptures say this, love all the time. Love people as they are. Don't ever look into one negative quality in people. See, like there is no human being who is perfect. So somehow everyone will have its own flaws. So we are not supposed to take any negative thing from that. That is what Andrew Carnegie said, okay. We can only look into the positive qualities of people, but we should never look into negative qualities. When we look into negative qualities, we hate. When we hate, we suffer. When we suffer, we attract negative circumstances. We put ourselves in a negative feeling. And negative circumstances create a negative future. And in negative circumstance, automatically we are in a kind of depression, disappointment, worry, discouragement, struggle, like fear, doubt, hesitation. So we develop some kind of negative emotions like selfishness, greed, jealousy. Lot of things enter into our mind, okay, when you are in a negative state. But slowly, when we start looking into the world only from the positive perspective, then automatically what happens is, our mind will have only positive information. It's like a field having all good seeds. Then automatically you'll have only good crop. When only good crop is there in the soil, you'll be very comfortable being in the soil without any weeds. So when the information in the mind is good, automatically our thinking is good. When our thinking is good, automatically our emotions are good. When our emotions are good, our actions and our communication is good. When our actions and communication are good, automatically our circumstances are good. When our circumstances are good, okay, our future is good. So I suppose, okay, there's nothing to win in life. Probably being happy is winning life. And being happy totally depends on the way your mind is thinking. That's the reason why every great person said that, okay, keep yourself awake, keep checking your thoughts, check how your mind is thinking. So once you start observing how your mind is thinking, and once you start realizing that everything that is happening in my life is happening because of the wrong thinking or right thinking in my mind, then automatically you will not take this happening seriously. So it is the outcome of your thinking. If you realize this, then automatically, when you don't give that much priority for the happenings, you will not give that much priority for the happenings, then I think life gets better. So think over this, and I think slowly you will get a solution for the problem what you have. Don't be so serious about life. As Wordsworth said, when you feel that you are very serious about your life, it means that you need a holiday. So life is to be led. Somehow it must be a happy experience. So for that we need to learn how to handle our mind. When we know how to handle our mind, okay, the experience of living will be good. I hope God blesses you with that strength, and with that strength you will be happy always, and you will win, okay, your life to your aspirations. Thank you, Lakshmi Reddy. How to handle the pressure in a job? Ravi Kumar. Thank you so much, Ravi Kumar, for your question. Indeed, see, there is no pressure in a job. Okay? See here, pressure comes up in two formats. When we know how to do something perfectly, clearly, completely, then there is no problem in doing it. For a person who is a public speaker, probably if he is invited on stage and he has to address a gathering of 1,000 or 2,000 people for the next 1 or 2 hours, so if he is very confident about his work, if he is very good about his work, he happily does it. There is no issue about it. When the challenge comes in is when he is not perfect about his work. So, job is not a happy thing for you when you are not strong in the area where you are working. Suppose I am a communication skill trainer. If I am not strong in my subject, automatically that creates a lot of disturbance in my work. But if I am really good with the concepts what I have to teach, if I am very clear about that, if I am comfortable in delivering the work what I need to deliver, automatically I don't have any pressure in my job. So when we don't know that, okay, automatically there is a doubt that comes in that picks up fear, because we may do some mistake, there may be some wrong activity going on. This doubt, okay, brings fear. So if I do a wrong activity, what is going to happen? So this may create some kind of disturbance from the boss. My manager must scold me, or the other side, okay, they may fire me out of the company. I may lose my job. This thought process puts us into trouble. So all we need to do is, I don't say that anyone is perfect in their job profile, but you have to grow yourself technically strong. Most of the people before getting a job, okay, they work on developing their technicalities. But once they get into a job, okay, they never work on building their technicalities. They try to manage with the knowledge what they have. That should not be there. Every day at least 1 hour must go in updating their knowledge. They have to keep updating. Every time they have some free time, okay, they have to expose themselves to updating their knowledge. So they have to keep on updating their knowledge and get better and better in subject knowledge. So when you're good with the subject, okay, doing an activity is not a big deal. When doing a big activity is not a deal, okay, you'll enjoy. See, recently, I came to know from some of my students that there were people who were doing 15 to 16 jobs. Okay, right now in software field. How they could do 15 to 16 tasks, okay, in a day? Probably 15 to 16 people's job is to be done means it's not an easy thing. But why they could do it is because they have command over the subject. They have grip over the subject. So check, okay, if you are really good with your professional content. So if you are really strong in the area where you are working, okay, I don't think that it builds pressure in you from one side. On the other side, okay, the pressure will be in handling with people. So you may not be good in handling people. In the sense, emotional front, okay. You may get serious about something, negative communication, hatred, all these things will develop a kind of disturbance. We are not good in people handling. So job involves our task and public relation. If you're not good in job, in the sense, okay, technical content, okay, you'll have to suffer. If you're not good on the public front also, you'll have to suffer. As I just told you, okay, only one thing. In order to mingle with people, so you need to understand that, let me say you a few principles, okay, through which you can start handling people very comfortably. The first thing is, be genuinely interested in people. Be genuinely interested in people. You have to be genuinely interested in people. So most of the people act interest in people. Acting always creates the damage. You have to be genuinely interested in people. So when you are genuinely, truly, really interested in people, automatically you love them, you care them, you respect them. When you care them, you love them and respect them, automatically everything is good. But when you are not genuinely interested, negative things comes into picture. 1. 2. Okay. Never go by discrimination. Don't discriminate anyone based on caste, creed, richness, intelligent, poor, beautiful, ugly, whatever may be the benchmark, okay? Never discriminate people. Never discriminate people. Consider everyone equally. We have to consider everyone equally. See, we have to see God form, okay, in every organism on this earth. When you see the presence of God in every organism on this earth, okay, you love every organism equally. When you love every organism equally, there is no question of differentiation or demarcation. When there is no demarcation, there is no judgment. When there is no judgment, there is no hatred. When there is no hatred, okay, automatically you build relations wonderfully. The next thing is, you have to love people as they are. Probably you must have worked hard and developed certain qualities greatly. You must have developed your communication skill greatly. You must have developed your behavior greatly. So as you have developed it, you expect everyone to develop it. No. So you have to love people as they are. Okay, if you are not able to handle the immaturity of others, it's your immaturity. So we have to love people as they are. Don't ever go with the benchmark that if someone is like this, I can be comfortable with them. If someone is like this, okay, I can be happy with them. No, that's not the right way at all. So love people as they are. Okay, third point. And fourth point is, always look into the positive qualities of people. Never look into the negative qualities of people. As Andrew Carnegie said, okay, every human being is like a gold mine. So, lot of negative qualities equal to dirt and some positive qualities gold. And we have right to only look into the gold, not the negative qualities in people. So when we look into dirt, when we look into the negative qualities of people, we hate. When we hate with hatred in mind, our mind shows all criminal thoughts, okay, criminal activities and criminal communication. We become really a criminal. So if you develop hatred towards one person, okay, you automatically develop criminality in your mind and your communication, your behavior, everything turns criminal. But you'll be a silent criminal. So you don't have right to develop hatred towards anyone on this earth. Because if you develop hatred towards someone, if the other person is suffering, fine, go on, okay. Because you have hatred towards them and that fellow is suffering because of your hatred, fine. But if you hate someone, you are going to get burnt. You are going to get hurt. When your hatred is hurting you, when your hatred is burning you, when your hatred is poisoning you, how can you hate somebody? So God does not give us an option to hate someone. So when you learn to handle people, okay, automatically you can handle things greatly. And the other tips what I can add to you is, be truthful. Okay, see, why you are telling a lie? Question yourself. You don't want your mistakes to be revealed. You want to cover them, so you tell a lie. That's nonsense, right? Can the other person do it for you? Can you handle it, okay, if the other person tells a lie to you? No, right? Then you too don't do it. Next thing is, be honest. See, can you bear if someone is not honest to you? Like he's not transparent, he's something before you and he's something different, okay, in the absence of you? So that's not a right thing, right? We must be honest. And we must keep up our promises, even if it is a small one or the biggest one. When we hold our promises, when we keep up our promises and go towards life, okay, in building relations wonderfully, in the professional front, okay, if you are wonderful with technical strength, and on the personal front, okay, if you are very good with handling people, then everything is going to be great. Most of the people can't handle their family challenges, can't handle their people challenges, so they get that pressure into the company. Now you check Ravi Kumar, okay? So if you're really good with technical stuff, if you're really good with relating with people, but still if you are having pressure, probably your company is expecting something from you. There also feel good, because when company handles bigger work for you, you're getting an opportunity to become technically strong. Your experience is going to multiply. You're able to do a big task. When you're able to do a big task, automatically you can think about a big future. You can see something big in life. See, I know about a sir, okay, who used to handle many responsibilities. Like he was a lecturer in engineering college, so he was given administration department, he was given examination section, he was handling his PhD, okay, he was the HOD of his department. He used to handle every project. And somehow this went on for 4-5 years. He was getting around 20 to 24,000 rupees. But with all these challenges, after 4 years, okay, once he completed his PhD, he got into an engineering college with 1.5 lakh salary as a principal. If he has not got exposed to all this, can you expect this man to become the principal of a college? Almost making his salary, okay, 7 to 8 times multiplied. So extra responsibility on your shoulders definitely must be an asset. And if I have to look at it in a different perspective, check once if you love the job what you are doing or not. So if you don't have love towards the job what you are doing, then ultimately everything looks as a problem for you. Okay? Like I'll tell you an example. One of my students asked me to come and deliver a session to a team of bankers who are working in a bank. They were telling me this, okay, if in a day 5 customers comes in, we can handle them. But if more than 5 comes in, it creates a lot of pressure, right? But just check once, as it is a government sector bank, probably they started thinking, okay, handling 5 people is enough in a day. But if they have their own shop, or if they have their own bank, and if more than 5 people come, okay, won't they enjoy? Check once. So if it is their own bank and every customer walking into the bank is going to add prospective for their organization, they'll definitely look forward for a bigger move. They want more customers to walk in. Will any shopkeeper say that, okay, if more customer comes into my shop, okay, probably I'll be tired. I don't want many people to come. Only 5 customers must come in a day. Never. I hope you understand this. It's just because they don't love the profession what they are in. When they love the profession, automatically there's no issue about it. Check all these parameters. If still there is no parameter that connects you, if there is a new arena, okay, we both have to sit and sort it out, Ravi Kumar. I wish you all the best and I want you to enjoy that, okay. There is no pressure. So inefficiency, incompetency, okay, will create that pressure. Be competent, be efficient, then everything is going to be great. Akisetti, hi. Trusting myself makes me to do good things. At the same time, small things are making to lose my confidence. How can I be more confident? Didn't get your point, Akisetti, to speak about it. Trusting myself makes me do good things, okay. At the same time, small things are making me lose my confidence. How can I become more confident? Of course, little failures, okay, little mishappenings, certain things not happening your way, certain things not reaching your expectations. All these things may create a kind of disturbance within you, and that may make you lose your confidence. But observe this, Akisetti, okay? If you don't fast, You don't enjoy the taste of eating. So you can enjoy the taste of a food, okay, only when you are hungry. And you can be hungry. You can be hungry when you fast for a pretty long time, when you do a lot of physical exercise. So life's greatness can be experienced only with negative experiences. If there is no negative experience, okay, then automatically positive experience does not have a value. Just imagine if there is no darkness, okay, who cares for light? If there is no dark skin on this earth, okay, who cares for fair white skin? If there is no white hair, okay, then who cares for black hair? If there is no fat personality on this earth, okay, who cares for a slim life? If there is no unhealthy person, okay, then who cares for health? If there is no uneducated person, who cares for an educated person? Life is a mixture of good and bad things, failures and successes, ups and downs. Okay? So value failures, value negatives, value critical circumstances, understand why they are coming to you, what are the lessons they want to teach you, in what manner they want to make you update yourself, in what manner they want you to mold yourself. So look at the perspective, as Napoleon Hill said that, okay, every adversity in life comes to us with an equal or greater opportunity. Every adversity comes to us in life with an equal or greater opportunity. Mana life lo vachina prati samasya, okay, manakoka సమస్యకి తగ్గట్టుగా ఉండే అవకాశంతోనూ అంతకంటే పెద్ద అవకాశంతోనూ వస్తుంది. సో ఎవ్రీథింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు కమ్ ఇన్ టు యువర్ లైఫ్, ఓకే, ఇట్స్ గుడ్. సో యాక్సెప్ట్ ఇట్. Probably at this moment, if you are not reaching out something according to your expectations, you may get worried, you may get disturbed. But I'm seriously telling you, okay, at a later time, you may feel good that what you expected did not happen. Because if it had happened, okay, you would have to suffer a lot in future. Many times at that particular moment, we feel that, okay, not gaining what we expected is a biggest fate. But at a later time, you will realize that, okay, something which is not done will be a boon for you in future. So somehow learn to smile at everything that is happening. Somehow learn to accept life as it comes to you. When you learn to accept life as it comes to you, it's a different game. I hope it will be interesting to play. Go on, Akiseti, okay? You can celebrate living. Celebrate the love in you. Thank you so much for your question. Honey, thank you so much, honey. How can I overcome my fear, like career, parents, sister marriage? I don't know anything. I'm excited to learn new things, but the new things are not helping to my career. Honey, the thing is, you're expecting everything to happen quickly, immediately. Okay, so you need to understand that everything in this universe happens at the right time perfectly. Okay? And the best truth, you have to go for it. Remember this, when you lead your life with truth, you will be happy. If you're not leading your life with truth, you will not be happy. So the truth is this, nothing happens instantly in life. Everything happens only step by step, bit by bit. So everything will have its move. All you have to do is you have to keep growing day by day, bit by bit, step by step. So you'll make a slow progress wherein you can't even experience that you are progressing. You can't even notice that you progressed. See, if I ask you, okay, what is the progress you made from your yesterday, you may not say that. How much weight you have put on from yesterday, you may not say that, but definitely you have put on some weight compared to your yesterday. You have definitely updated yourself in knowledge, okay, compared to your yesterday. So every human being on this earth is progressing in some manner or the other. But everything happens only bit by bit in life, step by step in life. So all these things that are troubling you, okay, are troubling you because you want them instantly in life. You want your career to be settled instantly. That does not happen because there's no settlement in a career. You have to just enjoy what you are doing and you have to keep going. That's it. Because you are involved in a career just because you need to earn for your food, shelter, and accommodation. Food, shelter, and clothing. That's it. Basic needs. So don't worry about it, okay? Sister's marriage, okay? Everything will come on its way. So you said that you are excited to learn new things, okay? And new things are not helping your career. It's not like that. See, let me say this. When Sachin starts striking, so when he scores 10 runs or 20 runs, okay, will you say that, okay, it's a century? When he scores 10, you won't say a century. When he scores 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 99, even if he scores, okay, you don't say that it's a century. You will say it's a century only when he has scored over 100 runs. The same thing is this. When you complete your century, in the sense when you complete learning what you need to learn in life, automatically your career starts responding to you. Things will start happening in your way. So till you learn that 100 things, okay, what you have to learn, or the number of things what you have to learn, okay, in order to do an act perfectly, you will have ups and downs. Don't worry for that, okay? So just write this truth what I told you on a paper and keep it with you always, that nothing is going to happen instantly in your life. It happens only step by step, bit by bit. Okay? So when you accept this, I think everything will be free. You will not have fear, you will not have tension, you will not have worry, you will not have anxiety, you will have comfort in taking things forward. Okay? Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. Sai Kumar, good evening, sir. My age is 23. I am not interested in my life, sir. What is the main reason, sir? Things are not happening the way you want. So, when things are not happening the way you want, okay, you will not be interested in your life. I'll tell you a simple thing, man. I suppose, okay, you operate a mobile, probably you operate a laptop. Okay, you can enjoy operating a laptop when you know more about that laptop. You can enjoy operating a mobile, okay, when you know more about that mobile. See, I can't operate LinkedIn. I can't operate even Facebook nicely. I can't operate another different social media things, okay, because I'm not aware of them much. Probably my children operate them wonderfully. So I can't operate them nicely. I never opened my Twitter account, okay. So I never had an access for that because I don't have access for that. I don't know how to operate all that. So slowly understand this, okay. When you know how to operate a computer wonderfully, you can have a very good time with computer. When you know how to operate a mobile wonderfully, when you know how to operate social media wonderfully, okay, you can have a wonderful time with it. So the same thing is with your life. When you know about life wonderfully, then handling life will be a wonderful journey. If you ask your straight question, what is that you know about your life? What do you know about your thoughts? What do you know about your thinking? What do you know about your mind? What do you know about your emotions? What do you know about your failure, success, everything about life? Character, behavior, discipline. So expectations, failures, success, criticality, selfishness, greed, jealousy. There are a lot of factors. We say there are around 16 positive qualities, okay, about life that you need to develop within yourself. So first, at least, okay, what do you know about life? Check yourself. When you know about yourself, you have to lead your life with your body. So what do you know about your body? So what do you know about your mind? So if you just understand that, one simple concept I'll tell you, okay. See, what we do in life is, let's go to a theater, and in a theater, a movie is being projected from a projector. Okay? There will be a screen. That screen is like life. And the movie is being played on screen. So whatever the movie that is being played on screen, it is directed by our mind. We direct it. మనం ఎలా అయితే డైరెక్ట్ చేస్తామో, the way we direct the movie, that is how it is projected on screen. If we don't direct a good movie, how can you expect a wonderful movie to be played on screen? Think once. If we direct a wonderful movie, then automatically we can experience a wonderful movie on screen. By creating a dirty picture, if you say that the movie that is displayed on screen is not wonderful, whose mistake is that? And you are the director of your life. If you are not able to direct right movies in your mind, and when they are projected on the white screen called life, then you can't say that your life is not interesting, right? No one is directing your movie. You are directing your movie in your mind. So you have to direct it wonderfully. When you direct that movie wonderfully, then automatically it is being projected in the experience of living wonderfully. So never say that, okay, you're not interested in that. Okay? That's how everyone's life will be probably at this age, okay? You'll have a lot of pressures. Probably emotionally, you may have some girlfriends, okay? Missing them, not getting related with them, breakups, okay? Having the pain of loving or in love challenges, breakup challenges. There will be a lot of pressures with you at this age only. And your curriculum, your career, okay? Your job, your family, probably when you are in 20 to 30 years of age, okay? Most of the parents will be experiencing, they'll be in 60s or 70s, okay? They will be experiencing some health issues. You have to take care of that, okay? If you have sisters, their marriage pressures comes into that situation. So financial things, family responsibilities, emotional things, friends thought challenges, everything will be there from 20 to 30 years of age. Okay, at this particular point of life, life looks challenging. That's the reason why you say that you're not interested. You can't say that you're not interested. See, by saying not interested, okay, you're complicating your life. You're making it more tough. See, if I hate food and if I don't eat it, okay, I'm going to get more and more weak and that will lead me to diseases. So I can't say that I hate food. Probably the food what I've chosen is not tasty. It doesn't mean that the food is bad. Probably the movie I directed is not good. So I have to change the movie. Probably the person whom I have selected is not right. Probably I have to change the person. Probably the place I am in is not a celebrating one. I have to change it. But you can't say that you're not interested in that. Okay, probably if you enter into a shop and a shopkeeper shows you a shirt, probably you're not liking that shirt. Will you say that, done? I don't like this shirt. And will you walk out of this shop? No, the shopkeeper has thousands of shirts inside to show you. Probably the first shirt did not catch your interest, okay? But go on, penetrate. If that shop is not good, there are many other shops wherein you can experience the right shirt what you want to buy, the right shirt what you want to experience. I hope you're understanding, friend. So don't say that you're not interested. Identify the reason why you are not interested. So things are not happening your way. Probably why they are not happening your way. Have a question, explore. Know about yourself more. Probably if you are not able to gain this knowledge, you can have a personal meet with us. We can sit and discuss, okay? We can share our things and we can resolve a solution out of it, okay? But don't be so tough against life, Sai Kumar, because life is a wonderful gift given to us by God, and being born as a human being is the greatest gift, because it said that after crores of generations, like being born as a mosquito, fly, dog, donkey, lot of other life forms, okay, we take the life of a human being. Probably, if you can just imagine the life of a pig, a dog, a snake, something like that. We must have taken that form, okay? After leading our life in those forms for crores of times, okay? We get a human life, it seems. And being born as a human being, already you are an achiever. Okay, you are successful. And if you are not able to realize what life is, then you lose interest in life. So guided. We too went through the same phase, okay, what you are facing right now. We too felt at that age, okay, probably till my 37, 40 years of age, okay, I used to think that life is a mess for me, life is miserable. I used to consider myself to be the most unluckiest fellow. There are many times wherein I really wanted to quit this life. I never enjoyed living, okay, till my 40 years of life. Okay, once I knew about my life, once I realized that, okay, I was the director of my movie. I was directing my movie through my thinking, and my thinking was not good. I updated it, I changed it, I modified my life. I think you know about William James, okay? William James wanted to commit suicide because he realized that life is a nonsense. He was not enjoying his life. So at that time, one of his friend told him that, why don't you lead your life changing your attitude? That is changing your thinking. The way you are thinking, okay, is not right. So change your thinking and lead your life. And William James tried it, and he became the greatest philosopher of the generation. He declared to the world that, okay, one can change their life by changing their attitude, by changing the way they think. So probably right now, the way you're thinking is not right. If you just change, then everything is wonderful. See, you are in a dark room. You're considering that the life is miserable as it is dark. But there is a switch which you can switch on and bring light into that room, and you can have a wonderful time there. Okay? So don't be in darkness and curse life. Put on the light. Bring some knowledge. Gain some awareness. Know some content, okay? Then bring light into your life and see how beautiful it is. We are celebrating it. We wish you to celebrate it. Okay? Take care, ma. Take care. But see that you will soon become a wonderful personality, Sai Kumar. We can help you out, okay? If you really have some issues, please come and sit with us once. Hi, Ramana. How to activate our subconscious mind? Keep working with your conscious mind, man. Then automatically subconscious mind will get activated. Don't be so focused about your subconscious activity. See, many people say that, okay, we have to work hard. Hard work is about doing a same activity again and again. Probably, I'm organizing a question answer session once in 2 weeks. So, if I organize this every day, definitely I'll be more strong in answering questions. If I organize this 3 to 4 times in a day, probably I'll be still more organized in answering questions. If I organize a question answer session for 10 times in a day and I do it for a period of 10 years or 20 years, okay, probably I'll be wonderful in answering my questions. I hope you're understanding this. So activating the subconscious mind is doing something so many times with your conscious mind. So you pick up any great personality and just observe what they have done. They've gone through a lot of practice, and that practice was with their conscious mind. When you practice anything with conscious mind for a pretty long time, for a lot of times, automatically you activate your subconscious mind. Okay? Thank you, Ramana, for your question. RK, what practices should I do to avoid anger? Kill the source, man. See, take off the seed, then there is no plant, okay? But if you, what I can say, if you have that seed, then automatically you will create all the issue. I hope you are understanding. Naik, first identify the source, okay, that is creating anger in you. That source is nothing but negative information or hatred what you have taken towards somebody. See, be positive towards everything outside. The external world is just a maya. Okay, how you look at it, okay, that's how you take it into your mind. So if you take it in a positive manner, automatically you'll experience right thinking out of it, right emotions and right behavior. That's communication and actions. But if you take a negative content into your mind, automatically, if you take a negative content about me into your mind, that Venu sir is not right, Venu sir has done a lot of mistakes, he's this kind of guy, he deceived me at that time, he cheated me at that time, he troubled me at that time. There may be good things and bad things what I do. See, every human being is a collection of good and bad. You cannot show a personality, okay, who is completely perfect. Even Jesus said that, call me not perfect. Only the God in heaven is perfect. So call me not perfect, only the God in heaven is perfect. Nobody said that he is a perfect human being in life. I think, okay, a wonderful writer, so there will be a paper that is released during Christmas, in which, okay, all the successful people will be writing about a few lines about them. So in a column, when he had to write about himself, he wrote that, okay, I did so many mistakes and I'm doing even now. I may do in future also. So I did so many mistakes, I'm doing even now, and even in future, I may do a lot of mistakes. So there's no one who said that, okay, I'm perfect, I'm absolutely correct. Even if you go through the biography of Mahatma Gandhi, he has expressed a lot of mistakes, okay, lot of situations which he could not handle in life. Even he said at one particular point that, okay, even in his 60s, okay, he was in love with someone and he wanted to marry them. So there will be negative emotional circumstances that come up in our life. But one thing we need to understand is, we are not supposed to take any negative information into our mind. See, you have some fields. Will you allow a negative crop to grow in your field? Probably you have put paddy crop. So you will not allow anything else, okay, other than paddy to grow in that. The same thing is with your mind. Put only positive content in your mind. Automatically, the actions that come out of it will be great. See, whatever that is there in the tank, that is what flows out through the pipe. Probably, if the tank is full of milk, okay, when we open the tap or turn on the tap, we get milk. If the tank is having petrol, we get petrol. If the tank is having oil, we get oil. If the tank is having water, we get water. If the tank is filled with fruit juice, we get fruit juice. If the tank is filled with coffee or tea, the same thing comes out of it. So what you have in your mind, that expresses out in your actions and behavior. So anger is not a positive action. So when it is not a positive action, it is to be curtailed. And anger is an outcome of negative information in your mind. So check, okay, why you have taken that negative information about anyone. See, other person is being bad means he is bad, of course, okay. But why should you take that negative angle into your mind and you suffer out of it? It's really funny, right? Someone is bad in their behavior, someone is bad in their communication. So you develop hatred towards him and you suffer because of that. If someone is bad in their behavior, if someone is negative in their communication, automatically who must suffer? They must suffer. Okay, but they are not suffering. But you are suffering because you have taken it in a negative perspective. What is good for you may be bad for others. What is bad for you may be good for others. What is right for you may be wrong for others. What is wrong for you may be right for others. Who is a friend for you may be an enemy for others. Who is an enemy for others may be a friend for you. Your perception of life, your perception of looking at life is different from other person's perception. Okay? So look at life from your perspective. Fine? So don't take that negative perception. He's doing something because he likes it. So you're not bothered about what he's doing, but you're bothered about what you do. So don't take a negative thought about anyone into your mind. Then automatically you're blessed. Once you take a thought of hatred into your mind, okay, then your mind will make you a criminal. And that's why Sadhu Ashwani always says that, okay, you cannot bear the luxury of a negative thought. One negative thought entering into mind, okay, it creates a lot of havoc. Lot of havoc. I hope you are understanding this. So one drop of poison can make the water impure. Okay, the same thing is with your mind. You may have 99,999 positive thoughts, but one negative thought destroys the value of all the 999 positive thoughts. So don't give an option for one negative thought to enter into your mind, then automatically you don't have an option of anger anyway. So look at the world with the right perspective. Look at the world with a positive perspective. As Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan said, okay, hurting others is adharma, pleasing others is dharma. So take them in a pleasing manner. You can enjoy the target. Thank you, Naik, for your question. Raidu. What is the purpose of life? Purpose of life is knowing the purpose. See, purpose of life is being happy, man. Okay, so you need to know that, okay, you need to be happy. So how will you be happy? So you'll realize slowly that, okay, it's your thinking that is driving your happiness. So focus on your thinking. So when you set your thinking right, okay, you're happy. There's nothing like purpose of your life. See, almost when you are young, okay, you are being exploited in the sense your parents command you, your relatives command you, all your elders command you, your teachers beat you, your parents beat you, because you're a kid, okay, you're being exploited. So everyone in their frustration, everyone filled with ego and arrogance, they want to dominate on you and want to show their priority. In the process, they hurt you so much. Okay, so because of that hurt, when you are a kid, you will develop some radical thoughts. Radical thoughts like, I must prove this, I must become this, I must become that, I must show to this world that I'm not this, I'm that, this, that and all, okay. You'll have a lot of nonsense, but as you grow in your life, okay, once you become independent, not depending on anyone, okay, automatically nobody has control over you. Nobody takes dominance over you. Nobody tries to control you or command you. At that particular time, okay, you feel that this is all nonsense, okay. Trying to prove, trying to dominate, trying to become successful, trying to prove that, okay, you are greater than the other person, better than the other person, richer than the other person, smarter than the other person, slimmer than the other person. In every aspect you want to show to the world that, okay, you're something great. But it is all nonsense, okay. So you'll have it when you're a child, but as you grow in age, you'll find that this is all not there, okay. So the purpose of your life is being happy. See, John Lennon, when he was in 9 years of age, I suppose, a teacher asked him in class, so what's your dream? She was asking everyone in the class and everyone is saying, I want to become a doctor, engineer, lawyer, corrector, businessman, different things, okay. So when she asked John Lennon said that, okay, I want to be happy. The teacher asked again, okay, I asked you to say that, what is your dream? John Lennon said, I want to be happy. The teacher asked, you fool, I'm not asking you, okay, what is that? I'm not saying, okay, how you want to be in life. I'm asking, what is that you want to create in your life? What's your dream? John Lennon said that it's not me who is not understanding, it is you who is not understanding. I want to be happy and that is my dream. He was so clear about his life and he led his life in such a manner that, okay, at one particular time, he was considered to be having more popularity than Jesus. So the number of people who are following Jesus was something less than what the number of people who are following John Lennon. Okay, how could he create that much craze in life? Because he was very clear about its dream, okay, that is being happy. So you can be happy when you are doing the right things. That's all. So most of the people, okay, when they think that, okay, as I said, Being happy is everything in life. They think that entertaining, going for movies, enjoying, moving after girls, okay, making fun, eating this, that and all, okay, will be making them happy. No, that is all entertainment. Entertainment does not make you happy. You become happy by doing the right things. So do the right things. Get up early in the morning, do physical exercises, okay, eat good food, okay, read your things, be honest, be truthful, keep up your promises, be disciplined, be dedicated, focus on what you want, okay, not on what you don't want. Then automatically you're doing the right things. When you're doing the right things, okay, you are happy. When you are happy, then everything is good. See, suppose you got up in the morning and you started working. So you're a student, you started working on educating yourself, okay, till evening. So you are going to bed very happily. But you got up in the morning and you did not do the work what you need to do. You're a student and your purpose is being a student. You must be honest, okay, for your profile. But you didn't do that. You started worrying about something. You started getting disturbed about something. You started troubling yourself because of something. And ultimately, okay, because of that, because of all this worry, because of all this disturbance, okay, you will not be happy at the end of the day. See, if I use my day for teaching from morning to night, okay, for the students who are there in front of me, I feel that the day is served because I did the right thing. But if I avoid taking classes, if I just start doing something else other than my basic purpose, then automatically I miss my happiness that day. So do the right things, be right, then automatically everything goes by. Okay, there is no issue about it. So that's what you need to understand. Thank you, Raidu. Thank you so much for your question. Haira Sadhana, you bring a smile on my face, okay, every time I get a chance to utter your name. Your father has kept the right name for you. So why we have to dream big in our life, irrespective of our ability? You use your time rightly. If you have a small dream, automatically you will have a lot of free time. When you have free time, you develop unnecessary habits in your life. Unnecessary habits stick to you. You control your life later. You should not give opportunity for your life to control you. You must have control over yourself, right? So simple, try to understand this. Probably, if you have a small birthday party in your home, wherein 10 people are gathering, so you will have to work for 2-3 hours for celebrating that birthday. Okay? Take it on the other side. If there is a marriage in your home, automatically what happens? You will have to spend a lot of time, okay, for that. Probably you have to get started working on it for 1 week or 10 days. So based on the work what you have, we use our time. So when you have small goals in life, when you have small dreams in life, automatically you feel free. So when you feel free, automatically what happens? Okay, your mind shows you negative habits, negative actions. It will ask you to watch television. So television, you get addicted to it. Once you get addicted to television, okay, that controls you. Probably you get addicted to chatting. So when you're free, you think of chatting. So once you start chatting with someone, it becomes an addiction. That controls you later. So once you're free, you start playing some games on mobile, okay? So once you start playing games on mobile, that becomes an addiction and that controls you. So if you're free, you start watching movies. When you start watching movies, okay, that controls you, okay? Because that becomes an addiction. So like this, when you're not having a big dream, you don't need to give big time for it. When you don't give big time for it, automatically you're free. When you're free, automatically what happens? You think about all nonsense. See, I'll tell you a wonderful incident. As you're studying in engineering college, let me tell you this. Probably, if a student joins an MBA, he'll have a lot of confusions within himself, okay, whether he can handle that MBA or not. But once he enters the college, he expresses this tension to the seniors, saying that, sir, I'm not so good in studies and I don't know how to handle this MBA, different subjects, I'm not understanding accounting, commerce, all these things, okay. So then the senior says that don't worry about it, even we don't know anything about it. So we will be given a study material at the end of the semester before exams, and if you go through that study material, done. In that they'll give you another clue. All you have to do is, so in every question you have to go through the previous papers, 4-5 years previous papers, and mark some important questions, and you have to work with that. And in that also you don't need to know everything in the question, okay? So the answer need not be developed completely. Hardly you have to know the headings. If you remember the headings, you can write some nonsense about that heading. Automatically, master will put a mark, will put a tick mark, and will give you score. And that's how we are writing. So we don't prepare, okay? We only prepare before the exam day. So only we do one day batting. Now, a student who listens this, who goes to a college with a lot of pressure in his mind, relieves. He thinks that I have to only read for a week. Okay, at the time of exams, I don't need to read anything. Now he misses preparation. Attending classes will be a time pass for him. He does not focus on the college work. He does not focus on any kind of activity. So his mind is totally free because he doesn't have any work to take care of. Now his mind starts looking after girls, looking after chatting, looking after friends, parties, occasions, travel, picnic, movies. Unnecessary discussions comes into picture, and he creates a rut out of your life, out of his life. But a fellow who is determined, who has a strong dream, who has a big dream, uses his time wonderfully, because time is life. So using time is using life. See, with every second of usage in your time, you are creating your future. When you use your time greatly, you automatically create your future greatly. It's like placing a brick perfectly in the construction of a building. So once a building is constructed, okay, you can live in that building wonderfully. So if you don't use your time properly right now, you're not placing a brick. So the building is not complete. When the building is not complete, you have to lead your life on road. Okay, as you don't have a building, and that is insecure, and that is how most of the people lead their lives. So you must have a big dream too. So second point is, other than using time, when you have a big dream, okay, you love yourself, you'll respect yourself, okay, and you'll believe yourself, and beyond all this, you'll know what you are, you'll know your potentials, you'll know your capabilities, you'll know what you are capable of doing. See, as Steve Jobs said, okay, if I win, the whole world wins. If I lose, I alone lose. When he was asked why you take big dreams, okay, big challenges, he said that if I win, the whole world wins. If I lose, I alone lose. So if you can really make the whole world win, okay, with a big dream, how beautiful it is. So every successful person has created a big dream and made the entire world win, and they are inspiration for everyone's sadhana. So create a big dream. You'll use your time, you will develop your self-respect, self-love and self-belief, and you will know your potentials, you know your capabilities, and your thinking gets superior, so your experience of living gets wonderful. Okay, if not, on the other side, your thinking goes inferior and your experience of life will be inferior, not allowing you to celebrate it greatly. Sheikh Naushad, thank you so much for your question, man. How to deal with bitter criticism? Hey, don't take criticism, man. See, who criticizes you? A person who is scared about your progress. A person who is scared about your growth criticizes you. Okay? So a fellow who is scared of you, a fellow who is afraid of your growth, okay, will talk nonsense. Just don't heed for that. Don't care for that. Because when you care for that, okay, that fellow criticizes you more. So when you don't care for that, when you don't heed for that, automatically he doesn't care much about it. So your worry is an energy for the other fellow. He starts giving more time for criticizing. Okay, so understand one thing. I'll give you a simple story which can make you understand this concept, I suppose. One day, a person came to Gautama Buddha and started scolding him like anything. So he was using all the bad language what he could, talking ill of Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha was involved in his work, okay? He was just happy and he was doing his work comfortably. After almost an hour or 2 hours of scolding, that fellow got tired, irritated, vexed, okay? And he went to Gautama Buddha and started saying, I've been scolding you for almost 2 hours. And by scolding, I got a lot of irritation. I got very uneasy and I was not at all comfortable, okay, doing it. But how you are so peaceful, how you are happy, how you are comfortable. Then Gautama Buddha said, okay, what you gave me is a gift. I don't want that. You take it. So if you go to a marriage with a gift to give to the bride or bridegroom, and if they say that they are not ready for that, they won't take it, okay, then automatically the gift is yours. It's like that the other person has given you something. If you're interested, you take it, or else don't take it. Let that fellow carry it with him. But if you take it, you're encouraging the other fellow to give it. My point, suppose you came to my house for, I started serving you with some dish. You take it. It's really good, okay? Automatically you'll say that, give some more, okay? I'll give some more, I'll give some more, I'll give some more. Because you're enjoying it, you're eating it, I give. So you tasted it, it was awkward, it was not at all good, okay? You started spitting it out, then will I give it to you again? He said, sir, it's horrible, I can't take it, please. I don't want this. Then they'll not give you. So when you worry about the other person's communication, then you are giving energy for the other person. They'll make noise. See, a fellow who has work involves in his work. A fellow is free will talk about others. And we are not supposed about that ways fellows, okay? Let them. As Gandhi said, criticism never reaches me without my permission. So if criticism has to reach his mind, Gandhi must accept that criticism. So if you accept that criticism, automatically troubles you. Don't accept that criticism, because if a person is right, he'll sit with you and tell what is the problem with you. He'll never criticize you. Only a fellow who is afraid of you, who is scared of your progress and growth, okay, that fellow criticizes you. భయపడేవాడు మాత్రమే క్రిటిసైజ్ చేస్తాడు, అవతల వాడిని తక్కువ చేసి మాట్లాడతాడు. కానీ ధైర్యం ఉండేవాడు పక్కన కూర్చొని మాట్లాడతాడు, ఇది నీలో ఉన్న ప్రాబ్లం అని చెప్తాడు. హీ విల్ నెవర్ క్రిటిసైజ్. See, if I feel that you are doing something wrong, will I criticize you? I'll only sit with you and explain, because I'm not scared of your progress. I'm not worried about your greatness. But a fellow who is scared of your progress, a fellow who is worried about your progress, will definitely criticize you, because he wants to pull you back by disturbing you. Okay, don't get disturbed. Remember the truth again, okay? You're not worrying because of the other person's communication or behavior, okay? But what worries you is what you think about the other person's communication and behavior. అవతల వాళ్ళు ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నారో అది కాదు నిన్ను బాధ పెట్టేది. అవతల వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడుతున్న దాని గురించి నువ్వు ఏం ఆలోచిస్తున్నావో అది నిన్ను బాధ పెడుతుంది. చెక్. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ షేక్ నౌషద్ ఫర్ దిస్ వండర్ఫుల్ క్వశ్చన్. శ్రీవాణి, I think I have to tell you your surname also, Tappila. How to handle depression? Why do you get into a state of depression at all? It's nothing like depression. So when you continue being in a state of worry, that becomes a habit in your mind, and that state is called as depression. See, if you can't smile, okay, it's like, let's say, if the whole night is dark in your house, it's a hot summer season, like the temperatures are running somewhere about 47, 48 degrees. So during that time, you are on the third or fourth floor of a building, and as roof, okay, you have some metal sheets, iron sheets. It's really hot in your house. You just make the room cool or comfortable with the help of a cooler or a fan. And somehow the whole night, okay, you don't have power. So it'll be a miserable thing. So you can't sleep, you can't sit properly, you can't move, you can't do anything, okay? Because there is no power. You can't read, you cannot meet people, nothing can be done at that time. So life looks miserable. In the same way, when something troubles you continuously, when you are in a state of worry, all that 18 hours or 17 hours or 18 hours of the day, sometimes even not getting sleep properly, okay, worrying the whole day for 24 hours, that state is depression. But one thing you need to understand, okay, see, that is Vani. There's nothing like a problem on this earth. There is nothing on this earth, okay, for which we have to worry. So you're worrying because there is something what you don't know. You're not clear about something. See, probably the room is dark. You don't know where the switch is. You don't know that there is a bulb that is already set up in the room and there is a switch which we have to switch on. If we switch on, the light comes in. Once the light comes in, the darkness runs away. In the same manner, okay, you're worrying about something just because you don't know exactly the cause of that worry. And you think that, okay, you need to worry for that. But if you know the truth, okay, there will not be anything for you to worry. And once you take off your worry in your life, okay, if there is nothing for you to worry, okay, then there is no chance of depression. See, probably do one thing, okay, take out a paper and write down all the reasons, okay, that are really making you depressed. You list out 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, okay, you list out different points, okay, which are really making you depressed. Okay, so afterwards, just observe each and everything, okay. Do I really need to worry for this? Because in my personal experience, before 40 years of age, I used to think that I had to worry for many things in life and I was worrying for everything. But after 40, I felt that there is nothing for which I have to really worry. Because when I faced certain challenges in life, which I never thought I would experience in my life, I would undergo through such challenges in my life. After handling such challenges, such problems in my life, I feel there is nothing for me to worry about. Probably if at all, if there is anything to worry about, it might be death. And I don't have any issue about that death also. Because I have done my job, I have led my life happily, so things will go fine. List out all the things, okay, which you are really thinking that you have to worry about all this. But on analysis, you will discover that, okay, it makes no sense. You don't need to worry for anything, anything. Okay. And if you are not able to sort out, okay, like how to, if you are not able to sort out the switch which makes you come out of that worry, okay, you can sit with us. We can help you out. But don't stay in a state of depression, because if you continue in a state of depression, you make life miserable. When you are miserable, automatically your thoughts, your thinking, okay, everything gets into a kind of negativity. And you'll attract more and more negative thoughts into your life, negative thinking in your life, negative emotions, negative circumstances, negative feel, okay, negative future. Everything turns negative. You attract negative people into your life, and life becomes a mess. So you have to come out of it. Refresh yourself. Move to a different place. Involve with new team, okay. Associate with good friends. Change your circle. Change your place. Change your location. Learn some new things, develop some new habits, get into a new arena, check for something that you love, and make your life interesting. Life is a beautiful one. Life is indeed colorful. But the only thing is, you should know the switch. Okay? And you should realize that there is nothing for which you have to worry in life. Nothing, absolutely. I can have a debate with you or anyone on this earth. So if they come up with something that I have to worry for this, okay, I can convince them that, okay, there's nothing for them to worry about. And if they're worrying about something, it's all nonsense. They don't know how to handle their thinking, that's it. I can tell them the truth and bring them out of it. Okay? Take care, Shrivani, okay? Don't stay in a state of that. And if someone else is staying in that state and you ask this question, okay, please take care of them. Okay? Even I don't mind coming to me and we sharing things and solving this problem. Don't carry it for long. Chinmaya sir, you said that if you have to understand a book, then you have to read and understand it for 500 times, sir. Then how is it possible for the author to write books? You did not get my intention right, Chinmaya, okay? So, you don't need to read one book for every book for 500 times. Probably, you need to understand what the author writes. In order to understand the content, okay, what the author writes, you need to have a clarity about every terminology. See, if you don't know what exactly character, you put this question, what is character? What is discipline? What is love? What is compassion? What is determination? What is commitment? What is dedication? What is integrity? Okay, what is empathy? What is sympathy? Okay, what is self-esteem? So like this, these words are much used, okay, in a book. And if you're not knowing the meanings of all these words, so if you don't know what is love, what is compassion, what is kindness, what is generosity, what's hatred, what is selfishness, what is jealousy, what is greed, what is poverty, what is immaturity, what is maturity, what is goodness, what is badness, what is kindness. So what beautifulness is everything, okay? If you're not having a clear-cut idea about these terminologies, then you only read a book, but you don't understand that. So many people go through books, okay, but they don't understand the real essence of that book because they're not clear about their terminologies. So if you don't know what is discipline, when I ask many people what is discipline exactly, they started telling me that, okay, putting a finger on their mouth is discipline. Is that discipline? If you put a finger on your mouth and sit, okay, are you going to become successful in life? Because many people told you that, okay, if you have discipline in life, you have everything. So being disciplined in life is like a train moving on railway track. So not having discipline is like a train coming out of the railway track. Okay, so when discipline is so important in life, see, someone said that, okay, if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If character is lost, everything is lost. So, but do we know exactly what is character? So, in order to have clarity about all these terminologies, you have to take one book and go through it for so many times. I think Norman Vincent Peale was an illiterate actually. So, he had some wonderful thoughts and he wanted to express that thoughts to the world. So, what he did is, he went through the dictionary for almost 10 years. He worked on the dictionary for 10 years. He mastered the meanings of every word in the dictionary. And then he started writing. So because he had clarity about that. So I mean to say that you have to go through one book for so many times to have clarity about all this terminology. Once you have clarity about all this terminology, if you know what attitude is, many people use the word attitude, but I don't know how many people really know what attitude is. Okay, emotions. Many people know about emotions. Even I don't know about this, okay, before. So probably I started knowing about this in this 5-10 years of life, okay. So after going through that book for so many times. So read one book for a lot of time so that you will gain clarity about a lot of things. So once you have clarity about a lot of things, okay, then I think, okay, next books, you can just handle it once, twice, thrice. But reading the same book for so many times, okay, will make you go in depth of that book greatly. That's the advantage what you get. Okay, and from your perspective, then how it's possible for the author to write a book? See, author is like, okay, there are 2-3 kinds of authors. Some authors They follow the principle of cut, copy, paste. They take wonderful information from various books in other languages. Probably some authors, okay, who wrote some books in Telugu, started reading English books, picking up the good information from that and copying it and writing it here. Okay. Some kind of authors will be gifted with some kind of knowledge flow within them and they'll write it. And what they wrote, okay, probably even they don't understand, okay, at that age. Probably Sirivanala Sitaramma Shastri happened to write songs from Sirivanala movie when he was doing his first year graduation. But I'm not sure, okay, whether Sirivanala could really understand every word what he has written at that time. See, there was a kid, okay, Clint Thomas, someone I suppose, okay, Edmund Klein, okay, he happened to paint 25,000 paintings, okay, before 7 years of age. So he even painted the appearance of Ravana, the expressions, okay, of Ravana, different things, okay, from Mahabharata, from Ramayana and all. So how do you think this fellow has done it at that tender age? Probably the maturity has flown through him. So certain people, when they start writing, okay, their subconscious gets activated and subconscious gives a flow of a lot of content. See, whatever the communication I'm making in this class, okay, I don't exactly say that, okay, I'm just making this communication because of the knowledge what I have within myself. It is my subconscious support. It's the divine flow that's happening through me. So when that content flows through them, okay, they start writing it. Okay, and they even read that and get surprised. See, there is a lot of content what I've written, okay, almost 5 to 10 years back, and I go through that content today and learn a lot of things. See, when every information what I've written for the videos, okay, in our channel, in stories, in Telugu stories, content, in English content, everything, okay, all the script what I've written, when I go through the script, okay, even I get shocked sometimes, okay, how beautiful it is and how much informative it is, and there's a lot what I'm learning through that also. Okay, so an author probably writes his experience. So they don't write it at a stretch, okay, they write their experience one by one, they accumulate it in the form of a book. Okay, I think I've done a bit of justice for your question, Chinmaya. I hope you got my essence, okay. So thanks a lot. Thank you one and all for your wonderful questions. Thanks a million. Take care of things. Don't stay in a phase of depression. Learn to smile at everything in life. Let life give you anything, okay? See, when you enjoy the happy moments of life, you need to even understand the sad moments of life. I'm not saying you have to suffer for the sad moments of life, but you need to understand the sad moments of life. See, you cannot experience pleasure without undergoing pain. So when pain comes to you, don't be so serious towards it. Understand what is the result of that pain. So if you don't dig this oil, and if you don't plant a seed, and if you don't nurture it and care it for a lot of time, okay, you cannot see a tree growing greatly. The same thing is this. For a good thing to happen, pain must be there. Okay, and when you are undergoing pain, don't say that life is bad or life is miserable. And awareness about everything. See, you can take my life as an example. So I was a kind of depressed guy, worrying guy, troubling guy before 40. But later I had nothing for myself to worry about, struggle about, suffer about. I understand why the other persons are suffering even today. So you can clearly get a clarity about this in life that, okay, so there's something what you don't know and you need to know it. Okay, once you know it, you not have that worry in your life. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Celebrate the love in you. Make this world as a beautiful place to live in. Okay, gain awareness and become an inspiration for others to live life wonderfully. Thank you. Thank you so much.